Hello, hope you're doing well wherever you're watching this from. Um, this time or during this post, I want just to share with us some few knowledge, some few nuggets from this book written by yours truly here. And this is a book that I published back in 2018 or thereabout, actually 2018, and it was published, came out, and it has been out for that long. So I will be sharing some nuggets of wisdom from this book, and I'll be sharing some parts, some insights, some thoughts, some ideas that I've put in here over the course of the next few posts or episodes. So the book itself has 17 chapters. I will not go through all of them, but just an highlight. The first chapter is what it talks about all of us having equal opportunity at birth, because I believe all of us, irrespective of where you're born, you have some elements, some equal opportunities that we have at birth. Then chapter 2 it talks about talents that we're given at birth, because all of us are born with talents. Uh, we are born with the blueprints of talents. Whether they develop or not is a matter of environment, is a matter of exposure, is a matter of many other factors. But the fact is that all of us are born with some blueprint of some talents. And then chapter 3, I talk to you, I address you directly, and I tell you that you are born a winner, so you should not die a loser at all, at all. Chapter 4, I talk about purpose, discover your purpose, the reason as to why you are born. I believe that every single human being was born for a reason, was brought to this earth for a reason and for a purpose. So, what's your purpose? This is what I look at in chapter 4. And then chapter 5, I still further on this issue of purpose, and I tell you that God gave you a seed. You've got to make an harvest out of it. God does not give an harvest, He is the giver of seeds. So He gave you a seed. You've got to go out and make an harvest out of that seed. Chapter 6, I talk about your liens that defines your limits. So liens defines your limits. And then chapter 7, I go ahead to ask you a question. What are your liens? What are the things that are limiting you? What are the things that are holding you? I forgot to mention the title of the book is Explode That Lead. Explode that lead. So chapter number 8, I talk about decision to explode the liens, or until you decide to break the limits, you decide to break free from what has been holding you, then you're not free. You still remain cocked, you still remain held down until you decide to break loose. Then chapter number 9, from chapter number 9 going on, once I talk about a number of liens that we need to break. So in chapter number 9, I talk about common sense. In chapter number 10, I talk about uh, psychology or psychological liens that we need to break. In chapter number 11, I talk about spirituality or spiritual lead. You know, some of us are held back by our beliefs, our belief systems. In chapter number 12, I talk about our mental disposition, the mental lead that we need to break. In chapter number 13, I talk about the doubts, because we need to break the liens of doubts. Chapter number 14, I shift the gear and talk about dreaming small, and then, dreaming big and then starting small. You have to begin at some point. And then chapter number 15, I talk about breaking loose from your limits, past your leads, past your limits. And then chapter number 16, we talk about breaking the records and setting new ones. And finally, chapter number 17, I address the question of procrastination. So join me for the next few posts, or a number of posts that I'm going to be sharing on this book. And once I'm done with this, I will be talking or mentioning something about my other book, which is Inspired to Inspire. I hope you're going to enjoy the journey.